Hi guys, we are having Shubhankar. He's a founder of M&M Media, and he's having 4 years of experience in digital marketing. He excel in online visibility, generating leads, and he's a great problem solver and he's a startup mentor. So we will be having a great podcast with Shubhankar. So over to you, Bro.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
It's pleasure connecting with you.
Okay. So you can tell me what inspired you to start your business and which online goals? What was your online goals? What was your business goal basically?
Yeah, so basically when I started, like there was nothing I haven't planned like how to start or what to do. So
Hmm.
initially just I started as a freelancer first.
Hmm.
So I started like working on freelancing to taking projects, like improving my skills. Then after that I understood like if I want to scale, I need to start an agency. Just like working as a freelancer won't help me like to go in a large extent or to build a proper company. So that was my first approach, learning for 2 years as a freelancer, then shifted that freelancing journey to an agency.
Okay, so can you just share me your 4 years of experience in your business and freelancing?
Yeah, sure. Like there have been like a lot of things happening. Like a lot of things have happened in the past
Yeah.
4 years. So like the best thing I can tell you about the freelancing journey was like it was like I haven't like zero experience like how things work or how things are maintained in any way. So I
Hmm.
was just experimenting, learning new things because I haven't like any background of marketing or something like that.
Hmm.
Also, I have not done any internship related to or any job related to marketing. So that was my only experience where I was exploring, making mistakes, and learning all the new things.
And what was your failure to that I should be giving up, but you didn't give up on your journey?
What do you say?
There was a failure moment also. You thought I should be giving up on that journey, but you didn't give up on that particular your business journey or a freelancing
Yeah,
journey.
yeah, yeah. So there was a one point where, like in my agency only, when we were starting,
Hmm.
so there came a sudden dip of clients. Like from I guess we were something around 10 to 12 clients, it came suddenly to two clients. So in a, I guess 1 or 2 months, we lost more than 10 clients. So that was a point where like I was feeling like now what to do next. Like either I should quit, I should stop working, or I should like continue. So that was the like the lowest point where I was thinking like should I quit or not.
So how did you overcome those challenges? How did you solve that challenges?
So firstly, we sat down with the team, like we figured out what things went wrong, where were the mistakes which we made, like what were the mistakes for the like what were the reasons because of which the clients left, what things have happened in the back end. So on that things we first figure out, and after that we started working from that only like to improving the agency.
Okay, so how did you got your first clients in your freelancing?
My first client actually was a reference. So it was
Okay.
from someone I knew already. So I was just handling the social media accounts, and they were paying me something around 2 to 3,000 rupees at that time.
Okay, so what was your approach to problem solving in the strategic marketing or in your niche?
So first of all, we mostly used to look after like what is the problem of the clients first, like what are
Hmm.
their main goals, what they want to like get solved. Like mostly some people only want to have sales. They want to build the only brand regarding to their sales only. They just want to keep improving every month. So we mostly focus on the client, like whatever they are looking for, and on that basis, we always have a strategy on that point.
Okay, so what was your strategy to increase the online visibility for your business?
For our business, mostly we used to post out the testimonials of the work which were done for the other clients. So we used to mostly work on the testimonials part only. We were not creating any such type of content for that. Like
Hmm.
when we started, like from the past 1 year now, I am like working on my personal brand, building my personal brand to be the face of the agency.
Okay, so what is your meaning to the hiring? Whenever you opened the agency, so
Yeah.
what was your concept of hiring in that process?
So mostly I used to look after like the person who is like because we were not looking for the person who has the best skills or something. We were looking for the person who is most hardworking, who is
Hmm.
dedicated, and who is loyal to the company. So we used to always check on those factors only. Who we were like looking for to work in long term. On that basis only we used to hire.
So can you just elaborate your expertise in social media market and how it helps in your businesses?
Yeah, so basically, I've like for the past 4 years, I've been working on social media marketing mainly. So
Hmm.
I know how all the platform works, like the Instagram, Facebook. and also LinkedIn currently. Like for the past 2 years, I'm also working on LinkedIn also. So
Hmm.
I know on that platform how things work, how things don't work, which things work and which things don't work. So on
Hmm.
that basis, I mostly I like guide with the team and also with the client, like whatever the strategies we plan. So I'm always like the head person on all those strategies, looking after all those things.
So, what is your approach to Instagram? Or is same as LinkedIn, or it is different?
No, no, it's totally different. Like on Instagram, it's mostly about video form content, and on LinkedIn, it's mostly up to like text content only. We mostly suggest or we mostly prefer working on.
Okay, so what is your view that how digital landscape has changed over the years?
Yeah, so it has been changed. Like a lot of things are happening in the digital landscape, I guess now. Because when we were started, there were not so many tools or such any hacks available also, like to solve any problem or to get some new data, more data. Now we have got lot of AI tools, lot of extensions to the Google Chrome also, like to get new data, to get new insights of all the platforms which are going. So I think a lot of things have changed, and mostly AI is also like helping a lot in the creating and also planning the campaigns.
So when you started as a freelancer, so you started approaching clients through means you got one clients to refer, but further you needed to need more clients. So you
Yeah.
approached Fiverr or LinkedIn or other social media platform or other freelancing platforms.
So at that time, I was not working on any other platform. I was just working on Instagram that time. So
Hmm.
I used to like message, like I used to DM to the potential clients. I used to feel like I can work from them or I can help to them. So I
Hmm.
used to only like it's typical like cold DMs or cold message. I used to do that work on Instagram.
So did you get clients very fast from Instagram?
No, no, like it was like really hard to convert clients on Instagram. So I
Yeah.
used to mostly get around one or two clients every month only.
So what was your approach? You used to do cold email daily on Instagram?
Yeah, I used to do daily. I used to cold message every day on Instagram. I used to like search all the profiles who are like our potential, who can be my potential client. I used to search all those profiles, and on that basis, I used to text them.
So how much? Just say first day, how much you used to every day? How much people you used
I
to approach?
guess around 20 people, around 15, 20.
Okay. So what was your proper strategy in Instagram for cold email? Can you just tell me what things that we should include in the cold emailing?
Okay, so at that time I can tell you like what I was doing. So at that time I used to check the profile, what are the types of content they are posting, and
Hmm.
what I can do to them, what I can help,
Hmm.
like I can help to them, like okay, this part I can handle for you, or these things I can handle for you. So I
Hmm.
used to check all those things. If I can see like there is inconsistency in that posting or in that content, so I used to think that this is my potential client where I can
Hmm.
pitch, like I can post you consistently on your
Hmm.
profile, or I can handle your profile consistently.
So in Instagram, what are those things that can help in growing the personal branding? So you used to work on the Instagram for your clients. So how did it grow? How did your clients account grow?
Okay, so I used to like help them with the content planning and with
Hmm.
the content strategy. So I used to tell them like what things they can do to improve their profile or to grow their profile. So I used to create a specific plan in whatever niche they are working. So I used to guide through that points, like okay, you can do this, you can do that, all those things,
Hmm.
and I used to give them the strategy, and on that basis they used to create the content, and I used to only manage all the Instagram accounts of them.
So did anything the power of so many people say that for storytelling we need a power of video editing. Is it true?
Yeah, but like for me, I feel like more than editing it, I feel like you should like be able to like deliver whatever you're telling.
Okay.
Whatever you're telling in the video, it should be like it should be connecting with the audience, with whoever you want to try to convey the message.
Okay. So can you just give me four tips to the people who are starting freelancing or approaching the clients?
Okay, so first thing I can suggest like firstly start working on your own profile, start building your own first personal brand,
Hmm.
because now the competition is too high. When I started, it was not that much crowded, but now it's like too much crowded. So firstly start working on your freelancing. Start on your personal branding first.
Hmm.
Secondly, learn about how to do cold emails or cold DMs.
Hmm.
it is most important. Like
Hmm.
the way you are like approaching, you need to have some strategies also
Hmm.
for that. Third is like I feel like sales is something you should like learn from early stages. Like
Hmm.
how do you talk with the client? How do you
Hmm.
convince them to be on board? Like all those things. And fourth,
Hmm.
I guess, just keep on leveling up consistently. Like
So,
whatever strategies you used last year, you can't apply this year, because every year the plans are changing. Every year the scenario is changing of the platform.
so basically, we need to upgrade ourselves daily.
Yeah, like for every, I feel like for every 1 year, after every 6 months, you should just check like what new things are coming, what new things have came. Like for example, any tool or app, just like how ChatGPT came. So on that basis, you need to be updated.
So, you can tell me what is your motive to extend support to the startup people, the new beginners?
What you say?
So basically, I'm asking you the question is that what motivated you to support the startups and
Okay.
entrepreneur? How do you got to know that you should be mentoring them?
Okay, so firstly, like I don't like proper mentor. Like I
Hmm.
just give them a guidance, whoever is asking help. So I just like for me from first, I think like I'm too much interested into startup and all those things.
Hmm.
So that is the main reason and only reason I feel like I really enjoy helping people.
Yes.
So that's the only basic interest which I have, because of which I always help to the people.
And there's some messages I was reading that if we will be doing startups and investing in startups, so the Indian economy will be becoming $5 trillion economy. Is it true?
Yeah, obviously, because like the government is also supporting so much for the startup ecosystem. I feel like
Yeah.
it's always going to grow, and I feel like it's just the beginning.
Hmm.
For the next 10, 20 years, it's like a lot of things are going to happen.
So, what is your view about Shark Tank? How the new entrepreneur should make a great use, or the existing entrepreneur should make a great use of that Shark Tank episode?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Like I feel like even if you're like not getting the deal, or even if you're like not going for there to raise the fund, just go there. Like you get lot of visibility, you get a sudden boost in your performance also, because like it's like I feel like it's a free marketing, because all the
Hmm.
episodes are telecast on all the platforms. You're
Yeah.
getting visibility for free. Your
Hmm.
brand is known for like the lot of people watch, so your brand is visible for a lot of people. That is the main thing, and you get free marketing. So I feel like everyone who can at least,
Make a great use of Shark Tank episode.
yeah. So I was telling like they can like observe all the episodes in whichever, like they can first observe all the episodes, and then they can check like whatever the entrepreneur is pitching, and on that basis, if you are interested in some D2C brand, or if you want to build something into B2B,
Hmm.
further from that, I guess, pitch or some idea, you can start researching more about your field or your interest. On that basis you can work.
Okay, so whenever we are starting with freelancing, so we are watching a lot of videos. So people are not telling it before pitching the client. We should be keeping the proposal ready and the testimonial ready. So how we can make a great proposal, terms and condition? Can you tell me?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I will suggest like you should have your own portfolio first ready before pitching to any clients, and you should also like do the proper research of the client whoever you are first pitching. After like if you are getting on the first call, keep your portfolio ready and
Hmm.
first share your portfolio with them, like whatever work you have done in the past. Show
Hmm.
them your expertise in whichever field you are doing, and
Hmm.
on that basis, after first call is done, if the client is ready to work with you, then on
Hmm.
this second call, like on the second call, then you can take the agreement, and you can first always ask to pay you in advance. Never take any projects before like charging them in
Hmm.
advance. That is the main thing.
Okay, so basically a testimonial should how much page? How much page should be it be consisting of testimonials? Or we are doing a pitch presentation?
Mostly like I feel like even if you're like pitching your services, or even if you're like doing something, I feel like it should be worth it, proving like okay, you are like capable of working for them. That should be the main thing. Pages doesn't matter like how much pages it should be there, but I feel more it should be like your work should be like reflected from your portfolio.
So can you share me your approach to the personal branding because you are also working on your personal branding?
Yeah. So firstly, I feel like you should be able to like connect with the audience. Before that, you should know what is your target audience, the TG. You should first know that in which field you are working, what
Hmm.
is your target audience, and what type of content you want to create for them. After that, if you have figured out your target audience, after that, then start working on your content part. Like what type of content are you going to post? Like usually I post for 4 to 5 times a week. So
Hmm.
I mostly Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday I post.
Hmm.
So you need to have a proper content calendar for that also, like what type of post you're going to post, on which date which post will be going, what type of content work properly on LinkedIn, what type of content works well on Instagram. You need to first figure out all those things. After
Hmm.
that, create a proper plan of the content, and then
Hmm.
keep on posting consistently. Once you're consistent, after that you can then replan or restructure your plans according how you are getting the response and how you are getting the growth.
So, what role does campaign plays for your business?
What role?
What role campaign designing plays in driving the sales?
For our agency,
Yeah.
it's I like for currently now, like we are not running too much campaigns for the lead generation or any part, but like I feel like if you are starting out, you need to have a proper campaign, and I feel like it plays the most important role to first bring the first few clients, because for when you get the first few clients, after that only they are going to bring in more clients from giving you reference or through the publicity the work you have done. So I feel like having setting the campaign right firstly is very important.
So, so I just wanted to tell you that how. Okay, you have established a great online presence, so you are
Yeah.
getting a great client. So, how we can work on the online presence so we can get a quality clients, not a irrelevant clients, basically a quality clients.
For freelancers.
Yeah, freelancing and business both.
Okay. So I feel like firstly properly observe everything which is happening in your niche. Like
Hmm.
for example, if I'm a digital marketing agency owner, I
Hmm.
will check other digital marketing agency owner what they are doing
Hmm.
on their profiles. I will first do the competition analysis, like what all the people are doing in my niche and what I can do differently in my niche. So that is the basic step you can first do, and on that basis then you can start building on the other things, like
Hmm.
your content. And firstly I feel like don't start directly approaching to any clients or any leads. Firstly build up your first base properly. on
Hmm.
on that basis then you can start pitching to the clients. So I feel like this should be the approach. Mostly people make mistake, they directly start pitching to the client. I feel like that's not the right approach.
Hmm. Hmm. So, what is your approach to inbound clients and outbound clients?
I feel like inbound clients are mostly those clients who have like seen your work or they know what you're doing. And
Okay.
I feel like they are like 60 to 70% already converted. You don't need to like hard sell or do too much to convert them. For outbound, I feel like you need to be like properly strategic for
Hmm.
outbound leads, how you are approaching them, how you are behaving, how you are talking with them on the calls, what are the points which you are reflecting to them, like whatever your core services are. So I feel like outbound is mostly, and I feel like outbound is mostly those clients which are your dream clients, which you want to work with. So mostly those are going to be your outbound clients.
Okay. So, can you give me your great approach to lead generation and how we can attract the quality clients through lead generation, basically?
Okay, but currently I'm not doing any like outbound lead generation. Mostly I have in like inbound leads only.
Okay,
So
okay.
mostly I yeah, yes,
So you're getting an inbound client. That's a great thing. So
yeah,
what is your approach? Because see, you are doing something great. You're having a quality in your work. You're having a skill things that you are attracting the clients,
yeah.
inbound clients. So how we can attract those inbound clients
Yeah,
also?
that was the main reason I was telling you. Like first work on your own profile. Like if you are, for example, if you are starting a shop, first you need to like set up your shop properly. You should need to decorate it. You should need to put on the lights and all those things.
Hmm.
Then automatically the customers will start to walk into your shop.
Hmm.
That's how also the personal brand works. Like
Hmm.
first you need to set up your own profile first properly, like optimizing your profile,
Hmm.
having a proper photo of your profile there, like having a proper banner, having a good
Okay.
bio. That should be the first thing. After that, focus on your content, like what type of content you are going to post, and be consistent with your plan. Like have a proper plan, be consistent, learn new things about
Hmm.
whatever things are happening on that platform, and be consistent. Once you get a proper following, proper engagement,
Hmm.
on that basis then you can start pitching to outbound clients also and
Hmm.
inbound also.
So how we should be writing a good USP basically?
For are you asking for LinkedIn or for your profile?
For the profile, for our skills, for
I feel like
Instagram.
I feel like you just have to write in a way like you are telling as if you are telling to your friend. So it
Okay.
should be in a simple words, not too much complicated words
Hmm.
or not too much lengthy. Also keep it short to the point, and it should be easily understandable like what you are doing, what things you are offering.
Hmm. So, should we include numbers in our USP basically?
Yeah, yeah, you should include numbers. That plays a key metrics. I feel like.
Okay. So can you just give? So you gave the five strategies for Instagram. Now,
Yeah.
can you give us the five strategy for LinkedIn? How we can grow our personal branding, and how we can attract the clients.
Sure. Like firstly, optimize your profile. That's the key. Have a good photo. Having a right display picture is really important. Like I've
Hmm.
seen a lot of people who don't have like right profile photo. So
Hmm.
that is important. Having the right profile photo. Then setting up your bio. So
Okay.
that all comes inside the profile optimization.
Hmm.
Secondly, then you can focus more on what things you know. Okay. So for example, if I know about personal branding or about branding, so
Hmm.
you should start to create content on that basis only.
Hmm.
You should always create content in which you know have a good knowledge. So
Hmm.
on that basis you can play for long term. That should be your key. Third, I
Hmm.
feel like storytelling. You should learn about storytelling, how
Hmm.
storytelling content is presented, and
Hmm.
because that is the main I feel like content which is performing really well on LinkedIn. So
Hmm.
that is the key. Fourth, I feel like you should be not like properly everything sharing, but you should share mostly everything whatever is happening in your life, like the failures, the learnings,
Hmm.
what things you have improving, what mistakes you have done in the past. You should be able to share that also, because people then connect with you properly. They
Hmm.
are more interested to also know you, like what things you are doing in your life. If you are starting something new, you should always share. If you have achieved something, if you have done any mistake, you should be able to share. I feel like the more transparent you are, the more people will connect to you. And after that, I feel like for once in a week or after every 10 days, you can post something related to your work or testimony. Don't like post too much about the work you have done, because then after a point it will feel like you are doing too much sales.
So we can create a different. Okay, so if we are in Instagram, we can create a different channel for our work, for the proof of work. Is it true? Because I see many people are doing same thing. One they are creating account for their personal branding, and one they are showing the proof of their work.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Testimonials are also important, but don't like post too much testimonial, otherwise it will feel like you are selling too much.
Okay. Okay. So are you making a great use of Google Ads or SEO in your business?
No, no, we are not using any Google Ads currently.
Okay. So, how can we follow the change in the trends of personal branding?
Firstly, like as I've told you, whoever are the top creators on
Uh,
Instagram or on LinkedIn, just observe them, like whatever they are posting, what type of content they are posting, and
mhm.
what type of content is working. On that basis, you can properly notice like what are the changes that are happening into the personal brand.
Okay, does the commenting strategy works well for LinkedIn and Instagram?
I feel like it works more better on the LinkedIn as compared to Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So many. I just watched that in Instagram reels that we should be making a great use of trends of Instagram music trends. Is it true?
Yeah, you can use it, but I feel like more than trends, you should be more authentic and
Hmm.
more a type of person or a creator who is like good into storytelling. I feel like that will help you a lot better than just running behind the trends.
So basically, can you tell me that how do you stay innovative and creative in your marketing strategies?
Okay, so firstly, I feel like I will tell you like whatever I do. So I mostly observe the campaigns which are run by other brands, like for example, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Domino's. Those
Hmm.
brands, what they are doing any creative campaigns, how they are approaching to their campaigns. So I mostly try to learn from other brands, like what they are doing and
Hmm.
how much innovative they are going with their campaigns. And I
Hmm.
usually take inspiration from that. And on that basis, we also apply uh, some lessons which we have learned from that campaign, and we
Hmm.
try and test out in our campaigns for our brands.
Okay, so can you tell me the power of hook in Instagram and LinkedIn?
Yeah, it's right. I feel like it's 90% most important if you want to go viral or if you want a higher visibility. So hook is really important. You shouldn't be like saying something scammy type or something like just to attract, but the hook is really important. It should be like mostly one or two sentence only, and it should
Hmm.
have a keywords in which you are like displaying the content.
Okay, so actually, whenever I watch YouTube videos related to some knowledgeable things, so there's a advertisement that comes that why you're not earning money, why you're not crorepati. These are, so the people are selling the course and
Yeah.
they're just demotivating the youth because they're just demotivated that you're not earning money. Why you're not earning money in 5 months, in 6 months? So what is your approach to this?
I usually feel like I don't know like what's the reality. I've never like done any research, but I feel like it's mostly a scam. I feel like that they are just like giving a, like a FOMO for you.
Hmm.
Like okay, like you are something like really missing out something big. Like we are earning in crores and you are like broke or like you are just poor. I feel like so that's the thing they are just doing on the ads. But I don't feel like they are really doing something because the person who are like really doing something or who are like earning really well, they don't do any such kind of things.
So basically, this is a kind of insult for the people. They think that you are at the age of 24, you're not making crorepati. There are many people who are making crorepati at the age. So what is your motivation to those people?
I feel like I just simply ignore to those people because I feel like they are just like there to sell. I feel like they are just to there to sell their courses and they just want to make money because of like you are scared.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I feel like.
Okay, but these the experienced people can understand. But what for beginners?
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm telling. Like even if you're a beginner, don't fall for such traps. I feel like
hmm,
just be consistent in whatever you are doing. Just keep learning, try new things, because
hmm,
I'm also now currently 25. So when I started I was also like nothing like big there.
hmm,
So you just need to be consistent, you just need to be doing properly working, and
hmm.
you just need to have a proper I feel like plan or strategy in whatever things you are trying to approach.
So can you just share a great piece of impact, a great piece of advice that has been impactful in your career?
I feel like the one thing like I follow a person more which has like brought a lot of impact in my life is like Gary Vee, who is like the master in like I feel like in every business I
Hmm,
feel like mostly people know who that person is.
hmm.
So the quote he always posts is like it's never too late like for whatever things you are doing. Just be in your journey, just enjoy it and just enjoy the process. I feel like that is the best thing which has like helped me a lot in my journey.
So I was just watching your Instagram reel. I just saw that you and your friend started the company.
Yeah.
So can you just give a story that how did you and your friend started the entrepreneurship journey?
Yeah, sure. So firstly, we both are like engineering friends. Like I feel like more than 90% can relate to it, like because of lot of engineers are there. So yeah, so we were studying together, and after when like college, I guess it was something last year or I guess third year when I started my freelancing, and I was continuously working on it. So after a point when I figured out, no, like I need to start an agency, just like freelancing can't help me like to scale to a big number. So
Hmm,
at that point, like I approached to my friend who
hmm,
was with me studying at that time. So I told him like, okay, see, I'm planning to start an agency,
hmm,
and this is going to be the type of agency where we are planning,
hmm,
and these are going to be the things which we are going to be doing. And I was just explaining like roughly like
hmm.
what I'm thinking about to start as. So I just explained him and I convinced him like, okay, you need to join this. So after a point, like he was also ready. So after that, our journey started.
How much time it took to convince your friend?
I guess for at least a month, 1 month.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what is your challenge in so you need to so you're a business person, so
yeah,
you need to continuously learn about your industry. So how
yeah.
you're keeping up with that motto that I should be learning that niche which is related to my industries.
No, like I have kept a schedule for myself. Like I keep on checking after every 6 months, like whatever new things happening. I keep searching on YouTube. I keep searching on Google. Even I keep trying out new courses which are launched by the top creators, like
Hmm,
what they are teaching, what type of things they are doing. So currently, like like from last month, I'm learning from Ankur Variku
hmm,
about LinkedIn. Like he has a course called How to LinkedIn. So I'm
Yeah, yeah.
currently learning from that course, like how to build your personal brand on LinkedIn. So you need to be always updated about the field you are working.
So how do you build a strong client relationship?
I feel like it's mostly about nurturing with the client, like because the mostly the clients which you have currently, they all are long-term clients. No one is like for just one project or something. So I
Hmm.
usually focus them uh, to like keep them for the long term. I feel like the
Hmm.
one thing you can do is to like have a proper long-term clients is just whatever work you are doing, just give it a like little over deliver the work you are giving. For
Hmm.
example, if you are providing some 10 or 15 videos or text format content for the client,
Hmm.
just give, for example, if you're giving 15, give 16 or 17 maybe, just little over deliver your work, so they will be happy. Okay, we didn't even demand for this, and the
Hmm.
person is giving. So that is, I feel like, one hack which you can try.
Okay, so one more thing I need to ask you is that when you were starting out, so it was your full time or you were just doing something else? Means when you was doing your freelancing, so you were in a college or after college you started your freelancing?
No, no. When I started freelancing, I was in a college. I was, I guess, in the third year when I
Okay.
started, and when I started the agency, that time I had like completed my college.
So I just want to tell that you are using a great storytelling technique. So can you
Okay.
give us three storytelling tips that we should be using in LinkedIn?
Yeah, sure. So firstly, I feel like when you are like creating the content like which is in the storytelling format, just keep it in your mind like you are telling it to your friend.
Hmm.
So it should be like from your point of view. Like,
Hmm.
for example, if you are telling your friend like, okay, this thing happened with me.
Hmm.
So your writing way should be also that way only.
Hmm.
Second thing is like keep the words as simple as possible. Don't use any complicated words because mostly people don't know what you're saying if you're
Hmm.
using complicated words. And
Hmm.
thirdly, I feel like just keep the content short and to the format. Don't just like don't write like too much lengthy content. Keep it short and to the point. Like whatever message you're trying to convey, it should be clear into that content.
Okay, Shubhankar. So basically, you're telling that we should not be writing long-term content. So can we write it in the form of slides? That is, I think so. It's trending lot in LinkedIn.
Yeah, you can try carousel post. I feel like it works really well because
Yeah.
I haven't tried the carousel post how that work for my profile, but you can
Okay.
definitely try. You can
So
also
like,
try the long form content also on LinkedIn, but I feel like mostly people are not too much interested to read all the long form.
okay. So basically, it also works on LinkedIn, Instagram also. The slideshow at carousel.
Yeah, yeah, it works there also.
Okay, so basically, one more thing is that whenever we are writing content in LinkedIn, so we should follow the techniques and tips of other LinkedIn creators doing well in their journey.
Yeah, I feel like it should be the like it should be like the merge of what things you have learned by yourself, like
Huh.
whatever you have figured out by yourself, and
Hmm.
also what the other person, like the top creator, is telling you. You can also merge both the tips, and you can create your own plan for that. I feel like you shouldn't like follow blindly all the tips which are given by the creators,
Okay.
because for every profile, I feel like those tips won't be applied, because if something is working for me, that thing will not work for you.
So can you just give me that what type of culture you follow in your organization?
Okay, so mostly like we have one thing like no one is like keeping like I feel like what is the word for it like we don't micromanage any person. We always have a free mind, like over here free space. Like I want the environment as friendly as possible. So
Hmm.
mostly we always try to hire people who are younger, who are around 20, 21 age. So they are always like high on energy, enjoying the environment. So that is the one thing I follow. And secondly is like I try to be as not as a boss but as a friend with them whenever I'm talking, whenever we are having the team meeting. I feel like these are the two things which I follow most.
Okay, so one more thing that watch in there are two things that I basically watch in YouTube. They tell about your employee is that we should maintain a toxic free culture.
Yeah.
And basically, I've heard somewhere that the people don't leave the organization. Basically, they leave a toxic manager. So, what is your message to that?
Yeah, I feel like that's true because if you are like keeping a certain pressure, certain burden on your employee, at some point they are going to leave. So that is going to be the main thing I feel like, which mostly MNC companies and I feel like the bigger companies which they do, they don't like focus more on like approaching the right way to the employees.
Okay, but one more thing I need to ask you is that the talk. So we need to invest in the learning of our employees also, no, not on money basis, because a ton of courses. So we can. Does your employee do upgrading themselves, upskilling themselves?
Yeah, yeah, you need to like have a, I feel like a proper plan or a strategy for that. Like if your employees are leveling up or not, like you need to host some campaigns or some workshops for it in your company or in your agency, whatever you are working with. So that can help you to level up the employees also and also to the team also.
So basically, even you are upskilling, even your employees are upskilling
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, we need to do that. Yeah.
So you basically you train or they watch another things and
No,
all.
no, we invite some trainers or some person who are like expert into XYZ things. So we
Okay.
invite them to our agency to help us to work.
So basically, you are just investing in the skills of the people, of
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah, yeah,
employee.
yeah,
That's a great thing, and we should be doing, because if we want our organization to grow, so even we need to train our employee, and we need to invest in their skills, and even we as a even you as a founder, you also working on your core skills
yeah,
and
yeah,
all.
yeah. That's the main thing.
Yes. So one more thing is that can you tell me your role as a founder
Okay.
and how it influenced your company's overall direction and vision?
Okay, so basically, as a founder, like I also have another co-founder. So we both have divided the work in different things. So I look after the strategy part, the branding part of the client, and the other partner works on the operations mostly. So I'm there for the creative and strategy part. I look after all those things, and he look after the other things. So this is the main thing which I look, and after that, I mostly morely focus more on team building. I feel like that is the key, and also I feel like that was the biggest mistake which I did when I was starting, that I didn't focus too much on building the right team.
Hmm.
Because if you're having a right team, then only a company, I feel like it will grow in a good way. I feel like if the team is not in the right way, or if team is also like whoever the main people who are the decision makers in the company, if they are in the not direction or in
Hmm.
not in the right way, I feel like the company's also growth is going to be like slowed down. So I mostly focus on those two things, and we mostly have a quarterly or a yearly webinars on dot things, like how to level up the team whoever is working with us.
Yeah, basically that is a great thing. So
Yeah.
what is your future goals related to your organization?
Yeah, so like we are just started, like it just been a 2 years. So we are planning to like expand in tier one cities now mostly. So currently we are operating in Pune, so we are looking forward to expand into Bangalore, Bombay, and eventually after some point we want to go international. So that is going to be a long term vision currently.
Okay.
That is going to be the thing.
Okay, so can you tell me the startup, because now we are seeing that content creation is also trending in tier 2 cities.
Yeah,
And startup is also trending in tier 2 cities.
yeah.
And so can the youth start their startups journey or their content creation journey in tier 2 cities?
Yeah, obviously, even if you're from tier three city, tier four city, there's no
Yeah.
issue like starting the content or even your own business from that city, because now internet is available everywhere. You can start from anywhere. From, I feel like, from the minimum investment which you have, you can start from there. You don't need to be like go to the Shark Tank, or you need to raise fund only to build your business, because even we have started as a bootstrap company only.
Mhm.
We have never raised any fund, so that is going to be the thing.
Okay, one more thing I need to ask you is that at the starting we were going to have problem, but at the after 2 years, 3 years, we are going to love that journey.
Yeah,
Whatever problem we are facing, that is going to become a source of motivation.
yeah.
So what thing you need to tell to the youth or the existing entrepreneur, if they have done great in their 3 years journey, 4 years journey, after they are failing losses, so what is your message to them?
I feel like firstly they just firstly like need to be calm and need to really understand if they are failing, is there anything really going wrong, or it just like the time like which is they are going through the phase. If it's a tough time, or if it's a tough phase they are going through, or it is really like they are doing something wrong. So firstly you need to first figure out that what things are going wrong in your company. And secondly, I feel like having the right approach is really important. If you're not having the right approach, if you're not having the right strategy in whichever direction you are going, I feel like after a certain point you are going to feel lost. That is going to be there.
So, how did you make a? Are you making a great use of AI in your business?
Yeah, we are using like for the strategy part only. We are not like fully using any tools or some such kind of things currently. We are just experimenting how AI tools are working. So we are not currently using any in full form, but yeah, we are trying out something.
Okay, so one more thing is that so if what video we should be working, we should be following if we want to grow in the personal branding or in your niche. So what video we should be watching?
I feel like are you asking for LinkedIn or Instagram or for all
Okay,
platforms?
first you are running a great personal branding or a digital marketing.
Yeah.
So what video we should be following if anybody is new beginner into it?
I feel like Ankur Wariku creates really well content. You can follow him. Second is I feel like Ishan Sharma, if I'm not mistaken, he's the second. I feel like the good creator, which you can follow. And I feel like even on creators on Instagram,
Yeah.
there are a lot of creators you can follow. I personally follow on LinkedIn and on Instagram is
Hmm.
Vedika, and secondly I feel like Sahili, who is a freelancing agency who has
Yeah, yeah.
her own freelance. Yeah, I follow both of them.
Yeah, yeah, because I read their content. Their content is a great use, and she's making a
Yeah,
great use of a storytelling,
yeah, yeah,
Saheli Chatterjee.
yeah.
And yesterday only I read her content. She just explored her future plans in February.
Yeah, because I've seen like I feel like the main thing whoever like success have got success in the as a creator or even as a founder, I feel like they have been like lot of transparent with their audience. Like whatever they are doing in their personal life, they are always sorry in their professional life, they are always sharing it on their platform.
Okay, one. When I was listening to your story, so you used to do 20 messages to Instagram. So
Yeah.
how much time you used to take for that lead? For
I feel like 2 to 3 hours are like enough time if you are like filtering out properly the profiles. If once you have like been like good at it, then I feel like 1 hour is also like enough for you.
okay, so basically, first we should be working on a profile.
Yeah,
Then only we should be approaching the clients. No.
yeah, I feel like that's my approach and that's how I work. Firstly, I feel like you should at least build a proper base, gain some good following, not like in like lakhs or millions followers, but at least you should have some thousand followers, few thousand followers, at least around 10,000 followers. I feel like because currently, even from my profile, I'm not like doing too much outbound reach on LinkedIn. Even I'm like closely, I feel like around 10,000 followers now, but I'm not like doing any outbound reach currently. I mostly focus on inbound leads only.
So, any books recommendation for any books or any podcast recommendation for entrepreneurship, for freelancing, for personal branding, anything?
Okay, so frankly speaking, I've never like watched so much like for personal branding or something, but I feel like Nikhil Kamat's podcast is really brilliant, like next level. You can watch
It's
his
of I think so.
podcast.
It's about 2 hours, no?
Yeah, yeah, it's a great podcast. Like I feel like there was Tanmay Bhatt, the
Ranveer Alabhadia,
Ranveer Alaba, then the NAS founder as well.
Prajakta Kohli, I think so.
Yeah,
Sorry, her name's pronunciation.
you can watch that podcast. That like I feel like that's the best podcast that I have seen. So you can definitely watch that. And books for personal branding, I have not read such like in book.
Okay, so basically you have approached the clients through Instagram. Uh, so long in Instagram, long form. So your short form content works a lot.
Yeah,
30-second reels works or one. Wait, 60 seconds.
I feel like between 20 to 30 second reels perform really well as compared to 60 seconds.
Okay, and we actually I see that many people are saying that you should be going for trending, but I basically think that we should be providing value to the audience also in Instagram.
Yeah, and mostly if you are as a freelancer or as a if you are like a agency owner or as a freelancer, I feel like you should be focusing more on solving your audience problem rather than running behind trends or anything else. Because if you are building a loyal follower base, I feel like you always will be in trending only in your niche.
Okay, so it was a great pleasure to talk to you, Shubhankar.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah, you're welcome. It was a great like talking with you. Thank you.
And this podcast is going to be a great advice for the entrepreneur, for the student who's going to continue start their journey in freelancing and entrepreneurship.
So happy to help always.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.